Welcome to Lakewood, open for business. We're on West Colfax today, and this is the first episode of a brand new series promoting local businesses right here in Lakewood. We're going to go to some different places, some exciting places over the next several months to give you an opportunity to learn about businesses that maybe you didn't know were sitting here right in your backyard. From longtime retailers to visionary startups, join me each month for an entertaining tour of Lakewood, open for business. Hi there.
Well, hi, welcome to Rockley Music. I'm
Thank you.
Rockley.
Well, I'm Mike, and
Mike.
I'm interested in learning to play something. I don't know
You're
what.
interested in learning to play something. Well,
Yeah.
you have come to the right place here. We have a ton of musical instruments and things to play with. What are you thinking of learning? Do you have any interest?
Well, I've always loved the piano.
Okay.
But I don't know if I have any aptitude to play the piano, to be honest with you.
Wonderful. Well, I think we should take a tour here and show you our shop and have you try a bunch of different things. Since you've expressed interest in the piano, why don't we start with our piano department? I'll introduce you to my husband, Tobin, and we'll get you set up on a piano and see if you like it.
All right, thank you.
Okay, come on this
All right.
way.
Well, actually, it's not me playing. It's Tobin Rockley. Beautiful. Thank you. Tobin, this is a beautiful piano. What is this, a Bechstein?
Bechstein, yeah, it's a boutique piano out of Berlin. It's a German piano.
Wow, never heard of it before. And this is, I guess, what you would call an acoustic or traditional piano. You carry electric pianos as well?
We do. We're very pleased to have the Roland line of the digital pianos, and as well as the Yamahas for the keyboards.
Tobin, you're a third generation Rockley. How has the business changed since you've been around?
It's always changing, from everything from the internet to what we stock. When we first started in 1946, with a lot of businesses of our type, they not only did they have musical instruments, they also had appliances. At one point, we were Lakewood's largest record store.
Wow.
We used to do TV repair. So as things changed, we've distilled down into more of a just pure music store. We've added the pianos back in, strengthened up the guitars, and of course, we still do the print music.
What changes do you think might be coming up in the future?
We are going to start doing more things with the internet. We'll add a commerce site, at least for accessories and print music. Pianos is ever forward, and that seems to be doing very well. We work a lot with some of the technology products, especially with Roland. So there's always the next generation of something coming out from that side.
You know, when I was checking out the website, I saw something about the Rockley Family Foundation. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. The Rockley Family Foundation was a separate company that we created 3 years ago. It's a 501c3 that basically helps support music education. So we do that by providing instruments to a lot of the universities and different institutions. We also provide scholarship, help them with financing from that direction, and we're still working now to start providing instruments as really a free charge to the underprivileged.
What prompted you all to do that?
Really, it was really out of need. When I went to music school that direction, some of the practice pianos were just non-existent. You're lucky if you had one, and if they did, they were in such disrepair, it was very difficult. Financing for the arts is really diminished. So there was someone who needed to step in, and fortunately some of our partners really came forward for us.
And if somebody wanted to make a contribution, how would they do it?
You can do it on our website. It's just www.rockleyfamilyfoundation.org, or you can simply contact us. We see a lot of things coming with recreational music makers, so people who are not necessarily gearing themselves to become a concert pianist, but someone who has to put music in their life.
Perfect. That sounds just like me. That's why I'm here today, is sort of the recreational, non-professional type piano player, just to see if I could get back into it. Oops.
You're doing great.
Well, here we are at Rockley Music, and we've got Bob Rockley. Bob, how are you?
I am truly wonderful, thank you.
Very good. Bob, tell me, how did this whole thing get started?
My dad had joined the Navy at the end of World War II. The Navy trained him to be an electronic engineer. So when he came out of the Navy, he was very interested in the electronic aspects of of things. So he started an appliance repair thing. It wasn't just music, it was what he was at the time. He had appliances, he had radios, they sold records, they sold musical stuff. It was just a hodgepodge of things, which was very typical in the early days. But as time went on, we gradually started moving more and more toward the music business as such.
Bob, have any well-known celebrities or musicians been through the store, and have they bought anything of note?
Well, let me tell you my Chet Atkins story.
Okay.
When I was very, very young, and when we were just starting out, Chet Atkins came into the store, and he asked my mother if she would help him make an old wire recording. So she did. She had helped him make a wire recording of his playing, and she sent it into RCA Records, and that's how Chet got his start.
The business was formed in 1946, and how long have you been here on Colfax?
Well, we've been on Colfax the whole time. In the early days, down at Colfax and Wadsworth, there was a feed store, and next to the feed store were some little retail spaces. We were renting one of those little retail spaces at Colfax and Wadsworth. But then eventually we had the opportunity to buy this property, and we built this building.
What year was that? Do you remember?
1955.
Wow. Was Colfax even paved back then?
No, it was not paved. In fact, we have some pictures showing the little tractor that's grading the gravel to pave Colfax. Well, of course, it was started by my parents, so that was the first generation, and then I was the second generation, and now we have Tobin and Robin, to some extent my children, who are the third generation. And then we have the kids, Leanne and Tobin's kids coming up, and who knows whether they're going to want to be involved. We're not pressuring them to be involved, but the fourth generation is there, so we hopefully one of them will take an interest in it.
Wow, you really are good.
Thank you.
What's it like being a Rockley and growing up here in the music store?
Usually I'll sometimes practice piano with my grandma, and I'll practice violin every once in a while here, and otherwise I basically just come here, do homework, or just play the computer.
I enjoyed your playing, and I look forward to hearing you more in the future, and hopefully you'll be around next time I come into the store. You'll probably be running it by then, huh?
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Nina. How are you?
I'm good. How are
Good to see
you?
again. Doing great. Just taking the tour.
Yeah, I hope you're enjoying it.
I am. What section are we in right now?
You're in print music, and more specifically, piano print music.
Oh, okay.
And this is kind of our specialty.
Tell me about your T-shirt. I just noticed it.
I love West Colfax. It's a part of WCCA, which is West Colfax Community Association. We promote healthy Colfax. Everybody that's involved in that association truly loves West Colfax. And I'm very passionate about West Colfax. I see it as a city of dreams. I see it as a street of places to start as we did, small, and have a way of being independent. We have people from the Fray or from Earth, Wind and Fires kind of locally here. The Old Kingston Trio used to be here. We had a person who made the finals on American Idol, and he still, no matter where he is in the country, calls Jean and says, I need this tune, and she gets it to him.
Nina, I know community is not just important to the family business, but to you personally. Tell me how you're trying to help the community.
If you can survive the hard times together, then when you have prosperity and you share that prosperity, it's a bonding that's there.
You know, you walk in here and there's sort of a different vibe. I mean, certainly there's professionalism, but there's a lot of love in here too.
Yeah, we certainly don't do it for money, but the love is there. And we sell love. A musical instrument, and once you get into your musical instrument, it changes your life. Our customers are not just people that we say, oh, it's over there. We really spend time making sure that they have what they need.
Wow, this is a lot of music. I mean, you've got everything from the classics to contemporary.
We do, we do. Did you enjoy your education with Nina here?
Yeah, it was pretty incredible.
That's great.
Wow.
Well, you mentioned when you came in the door that you always had guitar fantasies as well
Yes.
here. So I think we need to get you up to our guitar department. Let's
Great.
go up and see our guitars.
Oh, I can't wait. Great, thank you.
Mike, I really like this Gibson Les Paul Standard as a guitar to get you back into playing. They make the best guitars out there. They've been around for over 100 years. It's 100% American made, has a fantastic sound, is easy to play, plays like butter, and I think you'd be really happy with it if you'd like to get hands-on with it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. I love the sunburst design here.
Yeah, sunburst finish. I
And Les
think
Paul is like one of the best, isn't it?
one of the icons of guitar. A nice thing about Rockley's too is we have long-term employees. We've all been here a long time. We service and adjust these guitars constantly, and we'll help you after you've made your purchase. So we're always here for you.
Gee, it's been a long time, Chris.
Yeah, I think we'll get you back with a teacher. We've got another gentleman that teaches here named Chris, who's a fantastic guitar teacher. I think you'd be up and running in a matter of weeks.
Well, Chris, they sent me here today because they told me you're the best, and I got to tell you, I mean, I've been out of practice for a long, long time.
And what made you want to pick up the guitar in the first place, Mike?
Well, you know, I played in junior high, and I was in this band, and about the only song we could play was Little Black Egg by the Nightcrawlers.
Little Black Egg. I don't think I've heard of that.
Yeah, you ever heard of the Nightcrawlers?
No, I can't say that I have.
Really?
Yeah.
You've heard of the Beatles, right?
Well, I've heard of the Beatles, of course.
Yeah, and the Animals?
Animals, yeah.
But you've never heard of the Nightcrawlers?
Have not heard of the Nightcrawlers.
Well, they had a song that was called Little Black Egg, and it sort of started out like this. It went...
So did you have a band? Did you ever play?
Well, yeah, we did have a band, and I really got into playing music because, you know, I was kind of shy in junior high, and I wanted to meet girls.
So how'd that work out for you?
Our band was pretty bad. How long have you been teaching?
Well, I've been teaching for about 22 years now.
I look up here and I see some pictures. I mean, are you in a rock band too?
I sure am. You know, I'm in a rock band, heavy rock band called Jag Panzer, and we do albums and we tour all around the world. I think it's essential, you know, for me to keep growing, so I have more to offer my students. I always make sure that I continue to teach, I practice, and I perform live myself.
Chris, what kind of resource is Rockley's for the Lakewood community?
Well, besides, you know, just, you know, the immediate answer, which is providing, you know, any instrument you could possibly want, you know, from band instruments to guitars to drums to pianos to keyboards, synthesizers, PA systems, they do it all. But in addition to that, though, they're the #1 place in Denver for sheet music, instruction books. They do instrument repairs. So it's pretty much the #1 place for me.
Chris, I want to thank you very much. I've learned probably more today than I learned all in junior high playing.
I'm glad to have you here, Mike, and I'm glad I could help.
Leanne, this has been great. This has been a wonderful
Well,
tour.
thank you. I'm so glad, Mike.
Had a lot of fun today.
Well, I'm glad that you came in today. We got the opportunity to get you set up on a guitar and get you back in the music game here.
Community is very important.
Community is very important, and one can't underestimate the value of being important in your community and helping it. It takes all parts. We're all successful. Music is successful because all of the parts in it are successful. Teachers, players, educators, that all makes music thrive in our community.
A lot of it has to do with the clientele, the people we work with on a day-to-day basis. We're blessed with having a wonderful, wonderful staff. We have wonderful customers that we work with. We have suppliers that are wonderful partners. It's not a great way to make a ton of money, but working with musicians all day and being surrounded by instruments like Bechstein, it's an amazing, amazing way to be.
It's our heritage, it's our identity. You don't give up your identity easily. It wasn't so much the money, it was a work of love, always. We figured if we did a good job, the money would fall, and we're still here.
You know, one thing that I've really learned today and has been really reinforced is the importance of supporting local businesses that are involved in our community that help make this a better place to live. And what could be better than a company that's been around for 60 years with 4 generations of family members? Coming up next, we're going to check out a business here in Lakewood that is so unique, there's nothing else like it in the entire world. Welcome back. We start our next segment with a business that's so unique, there's nothing else like it in the entire world. Let's check it out.
We are at our Young Ameritown facility in Belmar. It's so exciting to see the children's faces as they come into Young Ameritown for the first time, to see that for them, the real life-like town that they will be running for the day as mayor and judge. They may be a manager, they may be an accountant. There are a lot of different positions held here at Young Ameritown.
You know, having been on city council, I knew about Ameritown. And having been a parent that had 2 kids go through the program, I certainly had heard of the program. But I had no idea it was this magnificent. Wow, Rich, this is incredible. What is the Young American Center for Financial Education?
Well, the Young American Center for Financial Education is a variety of programs that focuses on youth to help them understand financial education.
It's very unique. Nothing like this anywhere else in the world, is there?
There isn't. You know, our bank component, Young Americans Bank, is the only bank in the world just for kids, and our programs encompass that learning by doing a hands-on approach to financial literacy.
Lakewood is very lucky to have this. Have other communities tried to do something similar?
Lakewood is a very interesting community that gets behind its programs. We have a similar program in Ray, Colorado, and similar type of community that gets behind its youth and education and supports a program of this nature.
Tell me a little bit about the bank. It's actually a full-service bank, isn't it?
It is a full-service bank. We talk about our adult bank counterparts, but we are a full-service bank, so we have all the products and services that an adult bank has, all on a very simplified basis so that we can maximize educational value.
How do kids open accounts here?
It's a simple process. At our headquarters site in Cherry Creek, youth can open accounts for as little as $10 for a savings account, and they can really be active participants in their savings.
Rich, is there online banking services available here too?
There is online banking. They're able to transfer between their savings, checkings, pay their loans, credit cards, doing that all online.
How about adults? Can they bank here also?
No, this is a bank exclusively for kids, and that's really what makes it special, is that their parents cannot bank at Young Americans Bank. Supply and demand, how all of these businesses have to come together to make a free enterprise economy work. They also learn how to take on the roles of consumers and producers.
And you follow up the program after 5th grade with a middle school program too, correct?
Yes, our middle school program is International Town, and that is a focus on the global economic world. So they will become citizens of countries. The roles there are president of a country, finance minister, cultural and customs agent, and then citizens of those countries.
And the kids get another opportunity when they get to high school also, don't they?
Yes, our high school program is Get Ahead for Business. It is embedded within the high school, so it is our first non-bricks and mortar based program. The first semester is curriculum based, where the students get a chance to really understand what we call entrepreneurial thinking. So going through the different concepts of opportunity recognition, the economics of one unit of sale, marketing, finance, really getting them the flavor of what an entrepreneur has to do to start a venture.
This is more than just a job for you, isn't it?
It's something deep down in my heart. I believe that we need a financially literate society to move this country forward.
Could we describe your job here as love what you do and do what you love?
Yes, most definitely.
Wow, this facility really is incredible, Rich. Tell me about some of the local sponsorships and some of the local businesses that have been involved here.
Well, in our auto parts group here, in our parts and services shop, Pickering Automotive has been a key sponsor from the very beginning, really understanding and making the shop real life so that kids understand what it is to be an auto technician and really be in the parts and service business.
I see another Lakewood sponsor, First Bank. Expect to see Dave Logan behind the counter there, maybe doing a pitch.
Doing a commercial, yes. To have it based here in Lakewood and have them embrace our programs is something that's incredible. They really have a community focus and really support community efforts like Young Ameritown.
And this truly gives local businesses a chance to kind of give back to the community, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah. It not only shows their logo out, but it really does, it gives them a chance to sponsor Lakewood students in their backyard, to be able to say, we do give back and we support education and financial education, a very important aspect of our lives.
Wow, this is unreal. I can't believe this place. I think I'm gonna go see if I can find some of the kids to talk to and find out what their involvement's been in this whole program. Josie, tell me how you've been involved with this program.
I've done quite a few programs with Young Americans. I'm currently on the Youth Advisory Board, and I've also participated in the marketplace here, shopped at the one in Cherry Creek, been to Young Ameritown several times, I want to say 3.
Now, have you actually created products that you've sold here, or?
Yes, my business changes every year, actually. I started with fleece pillows right after I got a sewing machine that were fringed in fun patterns. And I also sell a home recipe of candied pecans, which now my sister Kelly works on. I've learned so much. My first experience that I related to real life was writing a check when I got my own checking account and I was in a store and I was like, oh my goodness, I actually know what I'm doing. Balancing a checkbook, the way that money flows, how to save it, a little bit about stocks, and your own finances personally.
Can you do my taxes?
Not yet, but I'm working on it.
Do you think it's a good idea for young people to learn about money and business?
Oh my goodness, I think this is one of the most critical things that a child can learn, especially now in the recession. We can see there's so many people who don't know what they're doing with their money. So I think that the more people we can educate now, the less likely a recession like this will happen in the future. And I think that Young Americans has so much to teach so many people every day. The more you put in to places like this, the more you get out of it.
Okay, well, this will do it. I've got macaroni and cheese and some mixed nuts. I don't think I've seen you before. What's your name?
Kelly Warren.
Kelly Warren. And where do you go to school, Kelly?
I go to Red Rocks Elementary.
Tell us what you've done with Young Americans.
Well, I've been doing Young Ameritown. I've been selling my products in the marketplace for 2 years, and I went to a camp, Junior Money Matters, a summer camp, 2 years ago.
Tell me about the products that you've sold.
2 years ago, I did whiteboards with fuzzies on the outside of them and locker magnets, and then this year I made some candy pecans.
Did they sell well?
Yes.
Is this something that you'd recommend for other kids your age?
Definitely. I think it's a great experience, and it teaches kids how to manage their money and why you should keep it in a bank.
What do you want to do when you grow up? What kind of business do you want to have?
And when I grow up, there's so many things I want to do. Right now, I'm not for sure, but something very unusual and out of the ordinary.
So I'm kind of unusual and out of the ordinary. Would you hire me? Should I give you a resume?
Yes, a resume, 50 push-ups, and you got to give me some money.
Oh, boy. That's tough, but I think I can do everything but the 50 push-ups, but I'll work on that.
Our director, Amanda, will be showing them the different shops and setups and preparing them for their day running Young Ameritown.
But whose town is it today? That's right, it is your town. So it's up to you all to make your day successful. Think of creative ideas to try and get people to purchase your products. Because at the end of the day, it is your responsibility to be paying back that bank loan plus the 10% interest that is being charged to you. All right, go ahead guys, we'll see you in about 20 minutes.
I'll tell you, after talking with some of these kids today, I think I need to get my resume ready because I have no doubt I'll be working for them in 10 years. Hi, doctor. Are you Dr. Nicole?
Yes.
You're the one I talked to on the phone? Mm-hmm. I think I'm getting a bad sore throat. Do you think I might be able to get a cough drop?
First, we're going to have to push you in a wheelchair, and then we're going to have to bring you here, and then we'll check you out to see if anything else is wrong, and then we'll give you a cough drop.
Is being doctor fun?
Yes, it is.
Is this something you want to do when you grow up?
Yes.
Hi, officer. Can I have a few minutes of your time?
Sure.
My name's Mike Stevens, and I'm just kind of interested. Is there a lot of crime in Ameritown?
Well, mostly no, but mostly everyone knows the laws. I'm interested in being a police officer.
Is that something you'd like to do when you grow up?
Yes.
Very good. How did you get this job?
I applied for it, and I had my interview.
And what did you have to do in the interview?
I had to talk about why I would be a good manager for the snack shop.
Very good. And what were some of the things you told them?
I said I'm really good at managing people, and I can talk to them, and if there's any problems, I'm good for the job because I can solve them. I am a reporter at the newspaper, as I report the mayor and the judge, which I already have, and our typists are typing what we collected, the information we collected, and are going to print it into the newspaper.
Ah, very good. Unbelievable. I've got some cash. I'm going to go into the travel agency here and see if I can't book a trip. I'm almost a minute in and I haven't crashed yet. That's pretty cool. Oh, yep. And what's your name?
Jose.
Jose? And you're my pilot today?
Yes.
Okay. You want to be a pilot when you grow up?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It looks fun.
Does look fun, doesn't it?
Yes.
Well, I wonder what else. I got $3 left. I wonder what else I can buy here. Hey, this is the radio station. Hi there. Are you taking requests?
Yes.
Do you have Inagata Davida by Iron Butterfly? You don't think so? One by Metallica. You have that one? No. No? Well, what do you want to do with the money that you make?
Spend it on useful things.
What other things have you learned here at Ameritown?
How to make checks and balance my checkbook.
Could you balance my checkbook?
Yeah.
Good. To think that beginning in 5th grade, kids that get this kind of education about money and finances and the economy and all the things that they learn. I think that this program really benefits the future of Lakewood business because, you know, this is our future. The kids are our future.
From the bank side, we are seeing a lot of parents come in to bring their kids. We are learning about their business ventures and how these experiences in Young Ameritown, International Town, made a difference in their life and how it made them entrepreneurs, how it made them interested in financial careers. It's amazing what the impact was. I think we make decisions every day on how to spend our money. I mean, starting from a very young age, 2 or 3, the kids really understand that there's got to be some type of payment for things. That is the basis of financial education, is no decisions are right or wrong. It is an individual decision that must be made, but at the end of the day, you either have money left over or you are in debt. The current economic crisis is a real-life lesson to show that we have adults that didn't understand that when you bring money in and you spend money, your net should be 0, otherwise you're in trouble. And those simple concepts are brought in throughout real-life experiences through all of our programs to help youth understand this is a valuable concept and something that they will use every day in their life.
So there you have it. Future business leaders being created right here in our city of Lakewood. Pretty incredible. Please join us again next month when we feature 2 new businesses on Lakewood, open for business.
Stronger, healthier babies. It's what the March of Dimes is all about. Learn more about healthy babies at marchofdimesbaby.org. Stronger, healthier babies. Learn more about healthy babies at marchofdimesbaby.org.